The Italian chef reveals all the secrets of traditional Kazakh cuisine in Joel's Kazakh recipe program. Cook together with us and enjoy delicious taste. Hi guys, I'm Giorgio Palazzi. I'm here in Kazakhstan already 10 years. I'm your chef and I'm going to teach you all the secrets of this fantastic cuisine. Today we will prepare Baursaks and Kuyrdak. Kuyrdak and Baursaks are two very special recipes only from this country. Enjoy and follow me all the time. So guys, following the line of the Silk Way, you just listen today our two very interesting recipes. One is called Baursaks and the other one is called Kuyrdak. I will start with the Baursaks because Baursaks needs to grow, so we have to put yeast and flour. The ingredients are very simple, but please try to follow exactly my indication and try to do it the same. Baursaks is a preparation that people do it for any kind of occasion, festivity, the born of a child, marriage, and it's a sort of unique bread. You know, it's a bread that they prepared only in this area of the world. It's a fry bread. In the old time, they fry this little bread inside the melted fat of the tail of the sheep. But for us, it's a little bit too heavy and very difficult for you to get this ingredient. So we will compensate the lack of this element, putting some cream, double cream, and frying with normal oil. Now, let's start the preparation. We need the flour, of course. We need milk. And I will put a little quantity of flour together with yeast. This is our yeast. And I melt it with a little bit of not cold milk. So, as I said, now we are putting the milk with a not cold temperature in order that this yeast will start to react. To make it even faster, I will put even some sugar, because you know that sugar, it's like a sort of a turbo for the yeast. And I will keep it here mixing and making it a little bit of bubbles and growing. There we are. In the meantime, I will mix the other ingredient in the main flour. There we are. The rest of the milk. By all the meanings, this Baursaks, they are always in different shapes. You know, it depends which region you are coming. It depends from the south, from the north, from the east. They can be triangular, they can be round, they can be squared. So it's depending from where you are. Then we put also, as I told you, this fat cream, a spoon. And to help to make this texture a little bit more fatty and more smooth. Little bit of salt. There we are. And actually our dough is almost done. We need just to combine the two elements. There we are. Yeast with a little bit of flour and sugar. And now we can mix it correctly to obtain the dough that we will use to fry. As I told you, it must be a very smooth and very not firm dough. It's something little bit sticky and liquid, not like a real dough for the bread. This is the correct consistency. And now we will put this in a little container, cover it, and we'll leave it to grow. So it will take, I guess, 25 minutes. In the meantime, we'll start to prepare the Kuyrdak. There is our dough. cover it, and leave it to grow. Now, Kuyrdak. Kuyrdak is a very interesting preparation, which always even remind, the tradition. Of course, it's prepared for certain reasons and for certain occasions. Every kitchen in the world has some dishes that are prepared in certain occasion. And in this case, Kuyrdak is the dish that is usually prepared for the lady that is pregnant, so is near to give birth to the baby. Or there is also another reason. So the ladies, when they kill the animal to make the party or to cook for friends and whatsoever, while the men are cutting the meat, are preparing taking out the skin, taking out the organs, the ladies, because this is a preparation that is made from the ladies, they come and they ask pieces of this, pieces of intestine, pieces of liver, pieces of other things, and then very fast they cut it very tiny, and then they deep fry and mix it together in order to feed the men that are working there. So that's why the preparation must be very tiny in order that they can cook fast. Another stuff, they also prepare this Kuyrdak. The people that, they have the shepherd, people that is bringing your sheep, your almonds far on the mountains to feed themselves. And then when they come back, they kill the sheep, and then they use everything about the sheep, the organs, the liver, the meat, and whatsoever, and they prepare this Kuyrdak to feed the shepherds. So it's a sort of very ritual, things. And I am trying to make you understand also that these preparations are all made with very natural things, very biological. Is not is the sheep that is in your yard has been killed and has been prepared, has been cut. Are the potatoes that are growing near your house? Other stuff, but everything has to be very natural. So if you can, try to buy bio stuff. So something that is very natural, to just get the flavor, to get the idea of how these people was preparing, how was people cooking, and how people is living. So this is, really you get the sense of how they are living. So, as I told you, the cuts must be very little cubes, so that the meat together with the potato can be cooked very fast. This is very important because it's, as I told you, sometimes was used to feed the men while they are preparing the meat. Sometimes they are also preparing for the shepherd. And the shepherd, they are coming back from the job of the long walking or whatsoever, very hungry. So everything has to prepare fast. That's why the meat, potatoes, everything has to be cut smoothly and very tiny. As you can see, I'm doing this meat. This is just one ingredient, which is normal meat, is a muscle, very little. But then I will put also this liver and some other organs, inside organs of the animal, because as you may understand by yourself, when you are a nomad, you don't throw anything. Everything is eligible, everything is a precious stuff. So you have to use everything. Here our piece of liver. I will take a piece. Of course, liver is cooking very fast, so liver will be put at the end in order that they don't get stiffy, they don't get very hard. But it's an interesting preparation. Everything is made according to the timing of each ingredient. I mean, of course, you may think that it's a little bit strange, all this inside organs and whatsoever. But believe me, even in other countries, they use the inside organs because it's nothing before. People was not throwing anything because everything was precious. And this is a sort of philosophy that we should go back to learn about it, because you know that now there is too much of this. You know, we are wasting so much of the food, so much of, and this is not correct, even because there are people that doesn't have. So here, you see, I try to cut everything in the same size. Now I'm putting the heart. This is the heart of the sheep with his own fat, and I'm also cutting in the same size. And as you can see, I'm using everything. Everything of the animal that we are using. Can be the cow, can be the sheep, can be the horse. You know that here they use the horse meat very, 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 very normally. Like also in Europe, in France, in Italy, we have no difference between horse and cow. Actually, we use the horse meat when you have anemia, because it's a very red meat, rich of red cells, and they use it to cure and to help to go back on normality for people that has the problem of the anemia. There we are, little pieces. Then it will go also the onion, and of course we will put one potato. Somebody put also the carrot, but I don't want to put today. This is lungs, another part that we use to do Kuyrdak. We try to have the same dimension, not only by aesthetical point of view, which is okay, also important, but just because they will cook the same moment. You will not have pieces raw and pieces overcooked. So this is very important also. As you can see, it's not a very simple preparation because you have to cut everything in the same size. But I tell you, it's a delicious thing. So even, you know, ingredient may be curious for you, may be strange, but they are very good. Altogether, they give a good result. So now I'm taking normal piece of meat, and in a while we are ready to put them to fry. Cutting again in little cubes. And now I will cut the onion. Okay, even the onion must be cut in little pieces. We cannot leave, you know, the big chunks of onion. Everything has to be melted all together. Here we cut our onion, same, as much as possible near to the size of the meat. There. And finally, we will put everything together, and I will cut one potato. Then we will go to fry the meat. One potato, clean potato. So our ingredients for the Kuyrdak are ready. Now we will go to the fire. So guys, our summer cuisine, our kitchen is waiting for us. So this is our Kuyrdak. We will now fry, and we will prepare it on the traditional pan that is very often used here in Kazakhstan. We are using now simple seed oil. In this case, it's corn oil. So there we are. Potatoes. These are the lungs, onions, heart, and simple meat. I will leave the liver per last. Okay, last ingredient, our liver. And our spices. First of all, salt, pepper. These are some mixed herbs that you can find anywhere, together with a little bit of flowers of saffron, and a mix of the seeds, cumin, mutak, a lot of different spices. So, Kuyrdak. Chop the meat, vegetables and offal into small cubes. Melt butter or fat in a kazan. It's a kind of cooking pot. And put the onion, meat and offal there. Add the liver last. Fry the ingredients and salt, pepper and spice it to taste. Reduce the heat, close kazan, lid firmly and stew until the meat is tender. Well, now while our Kuyrdak is cooking, we are going to prepare our Baursaks. Now, I'm trying to do my best to produce also the shapes. I will take one piece and I will do a sort of preparation like we do for the gnocchi. I will make like a shape, like a cylinder, and I will start to cut on the shape and the size that I need. So these are a little bit big. I will try to make it a little bit smaller. As you can see, the dough is very soft. And I cut it in little. And I will try to make a different shape. Usually in the houses, you can shape it with this coupa pasta, you call it. You made the flat dough, and then there is this the shape. You cut it. Okay. Not necessary to be thin, and then you cut it. For example, like this, you have like a shape of the moon, or you can even cut it like, if you want triangles, you will do like this, or even you can have rectangulars. Another triangle and rectangulars. So these are the main shapes of the Baursak. Now try it, and we will go to fry now. We need to have abundant oil and very hot. Then of course we need this one to collect our Baursaki. As you can see. When they are all cooked together, you put it in a plate, and it's really this symbolizing the nation with brotherhood, the friendship. It's like sort of everybody are relatives. You see the color? We take it out. Here is our Baursak. Baursak. In a separate bowl, dissolve the yeast in warm milk. Add a little bit of flour and sugar. When the leavened dough rises, add milk, flour, rich sour cream and salt. Knead soft dough, leave the dough to rise. Then roll the dough in ropes and cut them, or you can roll out the dough and then cut on pieces of any shape. Fry them in large amount of oil. So guys, here are two very special and very traditional dishes. We have Baursak and we have Kuyrdak. This is heart and the soil of this country. So follow me, because every day, every time, I will give you a little piece more of the heart and the soil of Kazakhstan. Follow me and enjoy.